Dear luminous soul, if you are hearing these words right now, know that nothing about this moment is accidental. Your spirit was gently guided here because there is a message meant specifically for you, and the angels want your full attention. There is something subtle you have been overlooking, something that feels small in your daily life, yet carries great spiritual weight. This quiet detail is what has been keeping your soulmate at a distance. Before we go deeper, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment amen, leave your heartfelt thanks and consider becoming a member, because messages like this are bridges the universe builds only for receptive hearts. The angels are close now, and their presence carries a loving urgency. They bring reassurance, not fear, clarity rather than confusion. You may have been waiting for a clear sign, wondering when love would finally feel safe, mutual, and destined. What is being revealed today is not meant to pressure you, but to gently awaken you. There is a step you are being invited to take, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. This step has nothing to do with changing who you are, and everything to do with recognizing what you have been unconsciously sending into the spiritual field. What you have been ignoring is not a flaw, not a failure, and not a lack of worth. It is a pattern of self-protection that once served you, but no longer aligns with the love you are calling in. The angels show that while you ask for connection, a part of your heart still braces for loss. This inner contradiction sends mixed signals to the universe, and love, which moves through clarity and alignment, pauses respectfully until you are ready to receive it fully. Perhaps you have noticed this pattern already. Almost connections. Deep conversations that fade. People who seem right but never fully arrive. This is not coincidence. It is communication. When awareness replaces avoidance, the delay dissolves, and the spiritual flow begins to reorganize itself around your true desire, responding not to your words, but to your inner state. Look gently at your own journey. How often did you sense you needed to choose differently, speak more honestly, or let go more completely, yet decided to wait? The angels do not condemn this hesitation, they understand its origin. But they also reveal that the season of waiting has ended. Love is no longer asking you to prepare, it is asking you to show up with presence and trust. There is a divine reason you are receiving this message now. Energetic doors are opening, and the step you need to take does not require force or struggle. It requires alignment. The moment you stop ignoring this inner signal, something quietly rearranges in your spiritual landscape. Paths begin to cross. Timing synchronizes. What felt distant suddenly feels inevitable. Hold this truth close, your soulmate is not lost, and you are not behind. A sacred thread already connects you, and right now, it is being gently pulled closer. The angels are guiding this movement with precision and love, and what once felt delayed is preparing to unfold in the exact way your soul has been asking for. Dear luminous soul, the angels reveal that what has been quietly ignored is not outside of you, but within the rhythm of your own heart. It is the habit of postponing emotional truth, the tendency to delay full presence while waiting for certainty. You have learned to survive by staying alert, by keeping one foot ready to step back, even when love approaches gently. This inner pause was once protection, but now it acts like a closed gate. Love does not force entry, it waits for permission, and permission is given through conscious openness. The angels explain that alignment is not about effort, but about congruence. When your words say, "I am ready," but your inner posture says, "I must stay guarded," the universe listens to the deeper signal. Energy follows honesty, not intention alone. This is why you may feel tired of hoping, tired of signs that appear and disappear. The angels are not withholding anything, they are responding faithfully to the vibration you have been sustaining without noticing. Think of alignment like tuning an instrument. Even the most beautiful melody cannot emerge if one string remains slightly off. That single imbalance affects the entire harmony. In your case, the melody of love is already written, but one emotional string has been held too tight. The angels show that this tension subtly repels what is meant to arrive gently. Love approaches softly, and when it senses resistance, it slows, not out of rejection, but out of respect. You may have mistaken this resistance for wisdom, believing that caution equals maturity. But the angels now clarify the difference between discernment and emotional delay. Discernment listens while remaining open. Delay listens while remaining closed. One invites clarity, the other invites distance. This realization is not meant to create guilt, but liberation. Awareness dissolves what effort never could. As this truth settles, something within you may feel exposed, as if a quiet inner wall has been named for the first time. This sensation is not discomfort, it is recognition. The angels gently affirm that recognizing this pattern already begins to soften it. When you stop ignoring what your heart has been quietly signaling, energy recalibrates naturally, without force or struggle. The angels emphasize that this shift does not require dramatic change or confrontation with the past. It requires presence. Presence is the language love understands best. When you fully inhabit the now, without rehearsing loss or guarding joy, you send a clear invitation into the spiritual field. And when the invitation is clear, the response cannot be delayed indefinitely. Dear luminous soul, the angels now draw your attention to how this overlooked inner pattern has been expressing itself in your daily experiences. It shows up not as chaos, but as repetition. Similar stories with different faces. The same emotional distance appearing in new forms. This is not bad luck, it is instruction. Life repeats lessons until the soul no longer ignores them. You may notice that connections often begin with intensity, with recognition, with deep conversation that feels meaningful. Yet just as depth approaches, something shifts. Either you pull back subtly, or circumstances seem to interfere. The angels reveal that these interruptions mirror an internal hesitation, a moment where your energy asks love to wait, just a little longer, until you feel completely safe. Safety, however, is not something love provides before arrival, it is something co-created through presence. The angels explain that when you wait to feel fully secure before opening, love has no space to land. It requires openness to create safety, not the other way around. This misunderstanding has been quietly shaping your timeline. In practical terms, this may appear as overthinking messages, questioning intentions, or sensing potential endings before beginnings have a chance to root. These are not flaws, they are signals. They show a heart that has learned through experience, but has not yet updated its response to the present moment. The angels reassure you that your heart is not broken, it is cautious, and caution can be gently released. The angels also reveal that your soulmate has been navigating a parallel lesson. Both of you have been preparing, refining, and learning timing through contrast. This distance has not been punishment, it has been calibration. Each pause, each delay, has shaped maturity, depth, and clarity. Nothing has been wasted. Now, however, the lesson shifts. What once needed time now needs choice. The angels show that continued delay would no longer teach, it would only repeat. This is why awareness is arriving now, with softness rather than urgency. The universe does not rush, but it does invite. As this understanding deepens, something subtle begins to change within your field. You may feel calmer, less resistant, more receptive without effort. This is the sign that alignment is beginning. When the soul stops ignoring its own readiness, reality responds by rearranging paths, timing, and encounters in quiet, unmistakable ways. Dear luminous soul, the angels now guide you to see how this inner shift becomes real through small, conscious choices in your everyday life. Alignment is not created in grand moments, but in subtle decisions you make when no one is watching. It is choosing honesty over avoidance, presence over distraction, and openness over silent self-protection. These choices may seem ordinary, yet they speak loudly in the spiritual realm. When you notice yourself holding back words, emotions, or intentions, this is where the step begins. The angels encourage you to pause, breathe, and gently ask yourself what truth wants to be expressed. Not everything needs to be said aloud, but everything needs to be acknowledged within. Suppressed truth creates energetic noise, recognized truth creates clarity. In relationships, this alignment appears as consistency rather than intensity. Instead of testing love or waiting for proof, you begin to show up as you are. You listen without rehearsing endings. You enjoy moments without measuring outcomes. This presence sends a powerful signal. Your heart is no longer preparing for loss, it is available for connection. In your inner dialogue, the angels invite you to soften self-judgment. If you notice patterns from the past, do not criticize yourself for them. Simply observe and choose differently when the moment allows. Compassion accelerates healing far more than discipline ever could. Love responds to gentleness, especially when it comes from within. You may also feel drawn to simplify your emotional space. Releasing lingering attachments, old expectations, or imagined timelines creates room for what is arriving. The angels show that emptiness is not lack, it is invitation. When space is created, destiny recognizes it immediately. As these practices settle into your life, you may feel lighter without knowing why. This is the sign of alignment taking root. Nothing dramatic needs to happen outwardly for this shift to be profound. The universe notices coherence instantly, and coherence is what allows paths to cross naturally. Dear luminous soul, the angels now speak with greater intensity, not to overwhelm you, but to affirm what is already unfolding. The moment you stop ignoring your readiness, love begins moving toward you with confidence. What once felt delayed starts to feel synchronized. This is not imagination, it is energetic response. The angels reveal that your soulmate senses this shift before words or meetings occur. Souls recognize alignment instinctively. When resistance dissolves on one side, resonance strengthens on the other. This is how unseen bonds tighten without effort or force. The connection grows quietly, yet powerfully. You may soon notice an unfamiliar calm regarding love. Not excitement mixed with anxiety, but peace mixed with anticipation. This emotional state is the clearest indicator that alignment has been achieved. When fear no longer leads, intuition becomes audible and guidance flows without confusion. The angels emphasize that this moment marks a transition from preparation to reception. You are no longer being shaped for love, you are being positioned within it. Every lesson you endured now supports stability rather than testing endurance. This shift transforms longing into readiness. Emotionally, this may feel like standing at the edge of something meaningful without needing to control it. Trust replaces vigilance. Presence replaces expectation. The heart no longer scans for warning signs because it recognizes truth through resonance instead of defense. The angels affirm that nothing external needs to change for this promise to be activated. The internal alignment you are experiencing is already sufficient. When the soul stops ignoring itself, the universe responds with precision, grace, and perfect timing. Dear luminous soul, the angels now offer a confirmation that settles gently within you rather than arriving with noise or urgency. When alignment becomes real, life does not rush forward, it steadies itself. The questions that once echoed loudly begin to soften. You may notice that your heart no longer demands constant reassurance. This calm is not resignation. It is inner agreement forming between your desire and your readiness. You may start to perceive subtle shifts that feel difficult to explain but impossible to ignore. Moments feel more intentional. Silence feels supportive rather than heavy. Even waiting carries a sense of purpose instead of lack. The angels reveal that these signs appear when resistance has dissolved. Your energy is no longer pushing against the flow. It is moving with it naturally. Emotionally, you may feel less compelled to analyze every interaction or anticipate every outcome. This does not mean you care less. It means fear no longer leads your decisions. The heart begins to trust its own rhythm. When this happens, love recognizes a safe space to approach. Safety is felt before it is spoken. The angels explain that discernment now replaces emotional guarding. You are not closing your heart, you are honoring it. You sense more clearly what aligns and what does not, without needing justification. This clarity is magnetic. Souls respond to it instinctively. It communicates maturity, depth, and emotional availability without effort. You may notice that you are less interested in chasing answers and more comfortable remaining present. This presence sends a powerful signal into the spiritual realm. It tells the universe that you are no longer negotiating with fear. Love responds to certainty far more than longing. Certainty does not demand, it allows. If doubt briefly appears, the angels reassure you that this does not undo alignment. Doubt passing through is not the same as doubt taking root. Allow it to move without attachment. Return to awareness. Awareness is what keeps the heart open without becoming unprotected. This phase may feel quiet, but it is not inactive. It is the moment where destiny adjusts details gently. Paths recalibrate. Timing synchronizes. When the soul stops ignoring its own readiness, the way forward becomes steady, even before it becomes visible. Dear luminous soul, the angels now seal this message with reassurance meant to stay with you long after these words end. What you have recognized within yourself has already shifted your path. Alignment does not announce itself loudly, but it changes everything silently. Love is no longer delayed by hesitation. It now moves according to truth. The angels affirm that your soulmate is not far away in spirit or intention. the connection strengthens through resonance rather than effort. As you remain present and emotionally available, the universe responds with precision. Nothing is forced. Nothing is rushed. What arrives does so because it is ready to stay. This message reached you at the exact moment your heart could receive it without fear. Not earlier, not later. You are no longer being prepared for love through lessons alone. You are being positioned within it. This transition marks the end of unnecessary waiting. If these words resonated with you, allow yourself to acknowledge it. Like this video as a sign of alignment. Subscribe to the channel so these messages continue to reach you at the right time. Write Amen in the comments as a declaration of openness, and leave your sincere thanks to anchor this shift. If you feel guided, share this message with someone who may also be quietly waiting for love. And if your heart feels called, become a member to stay connected to messages created for souls walking this path with awareness and intention. The angels thank you for listening with trust rather than fear. They remind you that love responds to sincerity, not perfection. You are never behind. You are becoming ready. Carry this message gently. Let it move through your life without pressure. What has aligned within you will now reflect outwardly, guided, protected, and held in perfect timing.